My biggest advice for all the dancers and women out there is that don't wait for the perfect body. Get yourself out there the way you are, because your body, it's your story, and we have to empower that.
Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. I am so excited for this episode with one of my most favorite people in the ballroom world, Francesca Lazzari.
Hi everyone.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
You have graced the world's most prestigious stages as a professional ballroom dancer and now couture designer, ballroom gown designer.
Yeah.
Studio owner.
Yes.
An instructor.
Yes.
I mean, incredible. Like, you're just the epitome of beauty and love. So
thank you.
I'm so honored to have you here in the studio, and I cannot wait to share this message with our viewers.
Yeah, I cannot wait to share all our secrets.
Yeah.
Right?
So I want to talk a little bit about how we met.
Yes.
Through Ricardo and Eleonora.
Yes.
My instructors. And you guys have all known each other for quite some time.
Yes. 10, 15 years already. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's so, I'm sure it's crazy. Probably it's like yesterday that you guys
Honestly,
met.
We met officially in Blackpool.
Okay.
Many years ago. And I didn't know Eleonora that much. Everybody knows faces, but we don't really interact with each other.
Yeah. Well, and Blackpool is so prestigious.
It is one of the biggest competition in the world from 1936, actually. Yeah. So it's one of and this year is going to be 100 years. So we are so looking forward. But between rounds, her zip broken.
Oh.
And nobody went to help her. And you know what happened between competitors, right? Yep. So I went there and said, look, my name is Francesca, and when do you dance? I'm going to dance in one dance. I don't know how to do it. I say, don't worry, I'll fix it for you. So I saw the zip. She couldn't go in the bathroom for probably 6 hours, but that was the only way. And this is how we met. And after the competition, they thanked us. So we went out to dinner. And this is how relationship basically start.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, and you're both Italian.
Yes.
You're from Italy as well as they. So I'm sure that, that helps.
Yes,
you're on the same team.
Of course. Yeah, we are in the same team right now. Yes.
But it can be very competitive. So I appreciate the story and kind of the background, and that I have heard the story of that you sewed her up and that she was like, I really couldn't have gone to the bathroom for hours and hours because I couldn't take the...
But she could make through the competition and have achieved also very great results. So I'm going to have a little bit of thanks to me as well.
Yeah, no, so that's amazing. And then shortly after we met, I started inquiring about your dress design services for the ballroom. But little did I know that you were actually also doing couture and runway and dressing Lorraine Berry, Dancing with the Stars. I mean, your designs, vision for fashion is just so unique and incredible. And you guys stay tuned because we are going to show a couple of my dresses here.
Yes. Yes. I start to dance at 6 years old, and I need bottom dresses. And back then, the bottom dresses were very expensive. Yeah. So in our house, we have our aunt. She was the seamstress of the house. So she started to make me the dresses, and I got in love for all the fashion thing. Every time I went in her house, she has magazine, Vogues, and all this type of, fabric. So I got in love, and at age of 7, every summer, I spent with my grandmother. So I went to my aunt's house, and she started to teach me how to sew.
Oh my
gosh. I was 7, and I started to make my own dresses when I was 11.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And I sold my first dress when I was 13.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, so that was just meant for you.
Yeah, it was meant for me. Yeah. So I did a fashion school in Rome. I studied couture in Rome to become an illustrator and an architect, actually.
Okay.
In the same time. So I was interested in a lot of things when I was young.
With design.
Everything was about
think
design.
About that architecture.
Yes, architecture, because my father has a contractor company.
Okay.
And I love my father and my mom. So I thought one day I will design and you will build. You know, when you are very little, you don't understand that. But then I was keeping dancing in the same time. So starting in age of 6 and finished 2 years ago with our professional career, I always had fashion as a parallel line. And one day I went to my father and said, Dad, I'm very frustrated. I say, why? What I have to choose? I don't know what to choose. And for me, I studied so much dancing and I studied so much fashion. And he said to me, okay, I'll make you a plan. You're going to dance until you're 40, but you're gonna study fashion as much as you can. And then when you retired, you're going to empower in your fashion. And this is what I did. 2023. We retired and I did my first collection in New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
That's how everything was planned. So thanks,
gosh.
Dad.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, your dad being there to help kind of guide you along this lifelong journey. Really, I think not everyone can say that they have the privilege, right, of having like a full plan. And sometimes our plans change.
True.
But here in the midst of you now retiring as a professional ballroom dancer and opening your own studio, I mean, that's even its own huge ball of wax. Like,
yes. So we decide to make a big step, opening a dance studio.
And congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
You had your grand opening this past weekend.
Yes.
I saw the photos. I'm sorry I couldn't make it there.
Yeah, we did it on St. Valentine's Day. So sharing the love of dancing and the love of you know, to welcome people was very nice. And it was it warmed my heart, I have to say. I love people. This is why I choose to be a dance coach and also designer. I like to see people when they smile, because I think every smile is, you know, it's something that people like, they feel certain and they become babies sometimes, you know. We are in a frenetic life, so give them the opportunity to feel comfortable and then have fun, confident as well. It's something good. But there is a little twist in the studio, because inside the dance studio, I have also my fashion studio. So this is what I will do. I will design, I will teach lesson, come back design, and I will teach lesson. This is going to be my life from now on, with my husband, of course.
Well, I know you had also built out your home with your design studio originally, but I think it will make it a lot easier and, you know, more time savings just to have it all in one place, right?
Exactly. Also because when you have your workspace in the house, you never stop working.
Oh, it's true.
Never stop working. And I found that I also stopped kind of like dedicating a little bit of my time to my husband. So we decide, no, we have to maintain our time together, and work is work, fun is fun. But then our life has to, you know, be...
Well, because he's a pro dancer too, and you're working together all the time. I grew up in a home where my parents started a company and worked together, and I agree with you. Like, I could definitely see where there was like some dissociation, right, from the relationship or raising your family, and then everything kind of goes into your business and what you're doing, right, professionally. So.
Yes. Also, when you're home, you never talk about business in the same time, right?
True.
So me and my husband, we were together for 25 years and we learned how to divide things. We are really good into that.
You guys are amazing, honestly.
We do. So we work together 24 hours a day. We live together 24 hours a day. And the amazing thing about him is that he has no problem to adapt and change in the situation. We always talk about everything, and we both have the same goal, to make our business successful. So we talk a lot, we share stuff, and we compromise. And that's probably why we didn't kill each other after 25 years.
Well, that and just your love, which you shared of people. Your love
him so much as well.
Supporting your community at large, right? And I mean, I really would like to go a little deeper into the whole confidence building, because, you know, you've known me in different shapes and sizes, and you knew me, you know, just probably right after maybe my husband passed. And at that time, like, yes, I am very grateful that I was healthy enough and that my body was in a position that I could withstand the impact of having to go through that. But now, like, fast forward 2.5 years later, I have had to shift and move my kids and really dedicate my time to that, not necessarily my own health, right? Or my own normal patterns of day to day. So, I ended up gaining 20 pounds. And, just this last session that we had to design my dresses, I really was feeling like less than, because I knew my body was different and I moved differently even in my dancing. So coming to you for my dresses was really, really crucial to help me to like still feel confident on stage, even though I wasn't confident when I looked in the mirror at myself.
Yes.
So,
regarding that, actually, this is a very great topic, not just for you as a dancer, as a mom, as a business owner, as an amazing woman, for all the women out there. And now I'm talking about dancing related. So I'm speaking to you as a professional dancer. When we see ourselves in the mirror every day, try to perform better, better technique, learn how to move better, somehow we always focus in the body.
Yeah.
The body is in a continuous evolution, especially woman body.
Oh my
we
gosh.
are not, when we're 20, it's not going to be the same as 40 or 50.
Or after having children or
exactly.
having stress or trauma in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So my goal is, first of all, we all have to maintain a healthy lifestyle because we want to have a long life. So eating better, do some activity, less stress, but even though your body change. So what I tell to my students, especially my lady students, is that do not focus on your body, because what I hear is like, oh my gosh, I look ugly. Oh my gosh, I don't look so.
This looks
they
weird,
shame
or
their
that doesn't.
body by themselves. And when I talk to them and say, don't look at your body, but look at the movement you produce, they start to focus in the movement. And when the movement take the stage of it, they forget how they look like, and they look themselves how they move
and how they feel.
Absolutely, because when you focus on the movement and you have a very good teacher behind your back, everything is gonna be more beautiful. And beautiful is not into the aesthetic
of like what you see.
It's not what you see, but what you make people feel.
That's right.
I have been in a many different shape on my stage, and I start to learn to accept that my body changed. But then where the design coming into it is like, okay, how do I make one of my customer already happy even though they change? I change the design. I transform their body with the design together, so that when they go into the dance floor, the only thing that the judges see and people see, it's a gorgeous woman on the floor.
And the
move
movement.
with confidence and move it with, with power. And that's what I think we have to stop focusing how we look like, but more focusing on who we are, what we want to give, what we want that people see on us when we dance.
Like when we create.
Exactly.
I mean, dance is art, right?
Yes.
And I love the whole idea of, for instance, on the floor, that's the canvas.
Exactly.
And your feet is the paintbrush.
Absolutely.
Or your hands, and like making the movement like intentional.
Yes.
And big and strong, and not feeling like this.
And when you're feeling like this, it's because you focus on how you're going to look like, and you don't like your body.
That's right.
Instead of feel how you are and really accept the journey of a body. And the design help to empower that stage of of each change of our life. Basically.
No, I mean, look, I will definitely say I tried on my dresses this last go round and trying to think, okay, this one's a little bigger, maybe this one will fit. And it just didn't. So I was so thankful that we could like come back to the drawing board or your drawing tablet, which I always love the process of like creating these designs, which this is the other thing is, yes, I like buying dresses off the rack that are kind of already done.
Because you have something ready, right?
Yeah. And it's ready and it fits. Like, so I'm very thankful for all of that. But when you and I work together and we can like get the idea of what I'm feeling, maybe the look on the outside is one that I want it to reflect something that's going on inside.
Absolutely. You say something that I totally agree. As a professional dancer, I always ask the question to every competitor. It's the meaning of a competitor. Nobody can answer to that. But then when I explain that the definition of a competitor is an individual, a person that put their own character, who they are, on the dance floor.
Right.
Maybe you are shy, that's okay. Your teacher has to do a choreography that make you feel a little bit shy, and the dress has to be soft with pastel color. So my job is to take the personality of the person with the body shape, put it into design, and make sure that the design match their character, their choreography, and their personality.
Like comfort level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how it's a teamwork. So, and when you have the full package, you go on the dance floor, you feel powerful. You do feel powerful.
Yeah. And then I'm not worried about my dress showing this, or this is pinching here, or whatever. Like, it's really tough even in fashion, right?
Yes,
like,
true.
I'm not trying to squeeze into a size that doesn't fit me, because it's clear that it doesn't fit me. And then it looks bad, you know, or in my mind that I'm like, it doesn't fit. I feel uncomfortable. So the confidence isn't coming out.
Exactly. Because sometimes we try to copy others, or we try to copy the society. Big mistake.
Yeah.
We are a unique human being. We are made the way how we are.
And
we
in
need
this
to find,
time.
Exactly. You have to find a person that can help you to empower who you are.
Yeah.
And that's why I combine my dancing knowledge with the design knowledge together to try to give this as much as I can to, you know, to
I mean,
customer.
look, the other thing is when we think about dance and like the classic dance, it's like the ballerina who's skinny and all of this stuff. Well, that's not the case. And especially not in this industry, right?
No.
It's like all different shapes and sizes.
Exactly. In our industry, it's open, meaning that everybody can dance any age. We have students that they are even 87 years old. God bless their heart. And they move. They cannot walk, but they move.
Yeah.
They are moving fast. They turn, they shape. So, and they do with confidence. And this is what dance does in the same time. And you know better because I saw you dance many times. I saw you evolved from the beginning of your dancing to your open. You rock the dance floor. And I have to be honest, not because you're in front of me. When I make you the dresses, the last two dresses, I was so curious. So I went online and checked the competition online.
Oh, that's
and
right.
as soon as I opened, I asked Ricardo, tell me her hit so I can see her. And then it was stand out on the floor. You were gorgeous.
Even
moving
in those times,
so
like I really wanted the black dress, right?
Yes.
And I hadn't had any black rhythm dress before. And I thought, okay, a lot of people have black or it doesn't really stand out. But again, it's like if you feel good about your whole presentation of how you're presenting yourself, then it reflects in the movement. It reflects in the performance. And then I don't have to worry about all these little things. I can actually like engage with the audience. And like you say, like have them to feel something from it. You know, that's when the art is created.
I agree, especially when it's custom, because when it's custom, you really design what the necessity are. For example, sometimes I love to emphasize curves.
Yeah.
Because we
are
curves.
That's what I was just trying to say too, is like, that wasn't necessarily the like, status quo of having curves. And when I was growing up was not necessarily looked at as a good thing. But now, I'm a little more voluptuous and my hips and, all of that. And guess what? Like, actually, that is the true epitome of a woman.
Exactly.
So why are we trying to hide it or be like, that's bad? It's not.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I agree with you.
I had to get over a mental hump. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really had to get over like an emotional and mental hump to like accept myself in my current state.
Yes.
And the more I do it and the faster I can get into that state of like, guess what? Like, yes, I do have curves and I have hips and I have, more voluptuous, breasts. So like, let me just be that and embrace it. And the faster I can get to that mind state, that really it solves a lot of my, just personal hangups and self-sabotage and just wanting to hide myself all the time. Like, I didn't feel that was a healthy state of mind.
No. And also what I can confirm with you, that whatever whatever we think about ourselves is not what others think.
That's true.
That's not what others think.
That is so true.
People, when they see a beautiful woman, even curvy or a little bit more like plus size, it's gorgeous. Imagine on the 1900s how women were.
Yeah.
They emphasize the waist and they emphasize the hip area. This is who we are. Again, we need to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Sure.
But why we want to change, even though we are healthy, why we want to change who we are for, society. Absolutely not. I never give up on that.
Oh my gosh.
Never.
No. And I think really that is the true beauty of what you're doing, and just being almost like blazing a trail. Yeah. You're blazing a trail for the next and the next and the next of ballroom dance. These young kids, I love watching the kids performing and on stage and all of that. And look, because of you, like people like you in this industry, those children are not going to grow up, or the girls are not going to grow up thinking there's something wrong with them because they're not quite this size or they don't look like this.
Exactly.
I
agree.
So like that for me is really, really important, is like helping these younger students and audience in general, like all of the younger females out there, like too.
And I also believe that when you arrive in a stage that you understand who you are, the beauty, it's not an aesthetic thing.
Right.
Because the perception of beauty, each of us has a different perception of beauty. Study art, that make me expand my mind. But beauty, it's more, for example, in a woman, beauty is how they move, how when they enter in a room, even though they are not a dancer, but when they enter in a room, that they feel confident. I always say to myself every morning, I feel different every morning.
Yeah.
This morning, show you're confident. That's all. We can dress like trekking suit or a beautiful ball gown, but if you're not confident, it's never gonna work.
Yeah.
And the confident is that know who you are, understand what your purpose is, and that's it. And of course, wear a little bit lipstick as well.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. So I would love to maybe show one or two of the designs that you've made for me, which everything is on for sale.
Absolutely.
If you love it, like it's for you. Yeah, we'll start with a smooth dress. Thank you. And this one I wore to nationals. I think I've worn it a couple of times.
Yes.
But what I love most about this dress, Francesca, is this wrap and these signature like swirls.
Yes.
Because I've seen some of your couture.
Yes.
And your for fashion, New York Fashion Week had some similar kind of look to it.
So I got the idea that my first collection was in New York, and I went in Rome in a little shop in Rome to buy fabric, and this lady showed me this fabric that was like hiding somewhere, and I say, what is that? Oh, this is a fabric that it's hard to work. We're not selling this fabric very much, and it's called liquid. So it's a mix between nylon and silk. So when I saw this fabric, I thought I can make a full collection because I know how to manipulate fabric. So when I did the New York Fashion Week, all the feeling was about liquid and, 3D. Again, I studied architecture as well.
It accentuates the female body, which clearly you can see here.
Absolutely.
When I showed up in the ballroom in this dress, guys, like you cannot believe how many people were like,
unexpected. I know. I like to do stuff.
It was so great. I really loved the reaction of others, but more notably, it's very comfortable to dance in.
Yeah, because
it has this very like different, like you say, it's like it's not cookie cutter, and not everyone might be comfortable in this design, which is fine. But then that's where when we collaborate and we're making a custom dress, like I can say, oh, and the other thing I love what you do is like you show me, okay, this could be the top. And this could be the bottom, or here is another option that I can do some certain different way of the top versus, keeping this bottom or even the back.
Yeah. And that's why I thought one day, why don't I bring the couture side into the dance world? And that's why my dress are very, very one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the other black and blue one, which I think you guys have probably seen it on my page, it also has a 3D element to it, and that it like kind of builds off of your body.
Yes.
Which I really just love that so much. So
yes, and we create the full outfit from the hair, from the stockings, from the shoes.
We stoned the shoes.
How many people stop you for that dress?
Oh my gosh, everybody.
And this is what I want. Each of my dress needs to be a showstopper, and each woman wear it has to feel like, oh my gosh, this is really works.
Yeah. So, I mean, for instance, this, because of the shaping around the hips, at first I was like, oh, I don't know. But then when I put it on and I dance in it, then I'm like, wow, it really accentuates my smaller waist and then more of the voluptuous, hips, which is not bad. Like, I literally
because when
feel
you
like,
emphasize the strongest part of your body with a 3D, it camouflage in the same time, but also it will make like a standard piece, like something that it's really a piece of art.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
If I will try to do the same, it will never be the same because this is whole hand stitch, all steam, and it's really impossible.
And these you manipulated these.
Yes.
So like you said, you could just move it around and it will just go back to the shape that you had it.
Come back into the shape. Yes.
Yeah, this is just gorgeous. I really love this gown. And then we looked at the color as well. And at this season that we prepared this dress, that this color was, and still is very popular.
It was perfect for your skin color as well.
Yeah, skin color. And then like you said, it's a softer color. So it has a different feel when I'm dancing the smooths in a soft color versus like a darker color, So maybe in my waltz and my foxtrot would be very like a flower, where the tango in the black and blue dress is more like powerful and strong and like, sensual, right? Yeah. So, really the dress and the coloring and the design, it really goes such a long way when it comes to even getting in the mood of the performance.
Exactly. And you know better because you're a dancer as well. So you can really express what you really feel inside to all of us. Yeah.
So now, this is a smooth dress for those of you who are not in the ballroom world, which technically you have a longer skirt, that's basically the one, I think, caveat is like a little bit of a longer flowy skirt.
Yes.
And in standard versus smooth is a little different as well.
Yes, because in the ballroom, we have the idea of having like a little bit more bigger skirt. Also because smooth is a combination between Latin and ballroom together.
Right.
That's
why you get open and you get closed.
Yes.
With in closed position with your partner.
Exactly. So when in ballroom, you are only in closed position.
Right.
So the skirt has to dance with you.
Full.
In smooth, you dance the body without being close position of the dance.
So you can use the skirt.
You can use the skirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also, I love these little butterfly wings on this one in particular, but this is more maybe even for standard, that you would attach them here in the arms. In the arms.
Yes. Okay. Yes. But when I designed this wing for you, is because she's turning amazing. She's doing like 3-step turn and spin turn, like wow. So I thought that having some wings,
that it will just go.
Oh yes, it will emphasize more your turns.
It's so beautiful.
I've been watching you. Don't worry.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So the next dress we just designed for my last competition, and last year I only had time for one at the very end of the year. So
true.
I was just very thankful. I know this one is really. This one, we had an idea that I wanted black because I hadn't had any kind of black dress. And then you had the idea of these cool chains.
Yes.
And that it would be more looking couture so that I could actually maybe wear it somewhere else.
Exactly. That was actually our idea. Actually, that was your idea. Yes. I say, I want a dress, but... my body's changing. I feel different now at the moment. So I want something that I can have fun also wearing in a party or maybe for a night out of dancing. Yeah. And when we decide to do black, what's the best of having an Italian lace, a little bit of lingerie style. Yep. That's why,
it gives it a little
bit of, sexiness,
yeah,
in
mysteriousness,
the same time, with also some 3D on the bust area, and then emphasize the full body shape with lace in the side.
Yep.
And then having the full material. And with the gold, it's really emphasize something different that you don't see on the dance floor.
That's right. That's right.
Also, this one was a showstopper.
No, I love this dress. And it's so comfortable to dance in. So that's one thing, like when you're performing, the last thing I want is to be worried about something this or that is moving or something pops out. Like that's never a good thing. So.
But this is something that I experienced in my professional career, that every time I was wearing a dress, my body evolved in the movement and I have to always change the pattern. So I came up for each dancer with a technique that if you're not a dancer and experience that and you're only a dressmaker, it's really hard to do it.
That's true.
That's why all the dress feel light. You don't feel it in the body. It's like a second skin.
Yeah. So, and the other thing I really love is that, I mean, yes, we do measurements, but then you'll build the shell or this bodysuit inside. I don't know if you guys can kind of see this, but there's a bodysuit that's inside.
Yeah.
And then we go from that bodysuit with the shell on top. And I come and we practice a couple of little things in the shell and then see where do we need to make a little adjustment.
Yes, and that's why you do custom, because the shape of the dress has to basically shape the full body, especially when you move. In fact, every time I try a dress, I always ask the dancer, can you move? Can you sway? Because
how does it feel?
Because I will modify the fabric on their body as well. It's like building.
Yeah. And the comfort level. Like I knew for this dress when we first were looking at the shell and everything, the slit was a little bit like tight. And so I was like, okay, is there any way? Because I was very conscious that it was going to be too high or that the dress would move up.
Yes.
And so as soon as you saw like what I was doing and how far my steps were, you were able to like make some adjustments.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this
Can
one
I have it back?
Yes.
Beautiful.
So I love this one.
Love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of the evolution of how we've gone so far into our, into you and I, working together on some of the designs and more to come. We're going to do an event here in the office.
I can't wait.
Yes. So we'll make some arrangements for you to bring some of your new and even resale and reuse.
Dresses, yes.
So the dresses are quite expensive, guys, if you aren't in this industry. That for custom, yes, you are investing in your dress, but generally it's not difficult to resell it and
especially when the design is unique.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you can always like make small adjustments if needed. So
can be tailored based of the size or height or modify a little, add that sleeve. Everything is possible because you just repaint on a canvas anyway.
Yeah. No, I love it so much. So thank you for all
You're
of
welcome.
This. So Francesca, now, thank you so much for coming all the way out here to visit me in the studio. And again, for all your time and effort and love and care when it comes to designing for me. I know you just opened your studio in Delaware.
Yes.
So just kind of want to do a little bit of a promo. If you guys are in the area there, where's the location?
Yes. So the location is in Wilmington, Fairfax, in Delaware. And we are at Avenue North, which is a new location, is a new building. It's gorgeous. We have a huge fountains.
I saw
buildings.
the photos.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
We have our Fred Astaire studio inside, and then I have my fashion studio inside as well. So everybody is welcome, if in the dress or a little bit of dance.
Yes. So you guys check her out. Now, we're also going to give you guys all the links and contact information below. So please feel free to reach out. I want to do a little fun game we have for this season called Ping Pong Questions.
Ping pong question. Okay.
So these are just fun and for our viewers to get to know you a little bit better.
Let's do this.
All right. So first thought, a dress that's 2 pounds too heavy or shoes that are half a size too small?
That's difficult one. So if you have to dance all day, definitely it's better to have the dress 2 pounds and not small shoes because the feet are bleeding. But if you have a couple of dance to do, keep the shoes tight and change the dress.
Okay. Yep. I know.
It depends what you need.
Those new tight shoes are essential.
I know.
Sometimes, but yeah, your feet go through a little bit of work for that.
Yeah.
If we're celebrating a big win, would you choose champagne or a good Italian espresso?
Oh, that's another tough one. Okay, Italian as myself, I will choose the espresso.
Okay. I know that was the first thing I had when I came to your original studio.
Absolutely.
You were like, espresso time. I'm like, yes.
Especially because I work overnight, so I will choose the espresso, even though, I think I will do both.
Yeah, right?
If I have to choose, I'll choose
and
both.
water in between.
Maybe.
Of course.
Maybe.
Okay, which is harder, nailing a world-class samba roll or picking a studio floor color?
Oh, samba roll.
Okay.
Definitely samba roll. Why? Because the studio color, I already have the vision since I was little, so I already know what I want. Samba roll, because you have another person behind you.
Oh gosh.
You need to have the body movement, the time correctly, the roll together. So
oh my gosh.
So samba roll.
Samba is really hard though.
It's the most expensive, after the natural turn, is the most expensive steps that we have in the dance business. The samba roll.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Yes.
Yeah, Ricardo's always saying, you need to look expensive.
Absolutely.
On the floor. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
All right. One old school ballroom trend you wish would stay in the past forever?
That's a tough one. Because the evolution of everything is always coming back.
Right.
I would say maybe a big hairstyle.
Okay.
This volume head style with this. When I was little, and this is gonna be fast the story, there was this trend to have the fringe up and down. So more you have a higher band that goes up, a better it was.
Okay.
That's something that I wish it never come back.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, I've heard the saying that the higher the bangs, the closer to God.
Got that. But trust me, when you're 12, I don't think you like that.
No, and especially not trying to like put your hand up over your head to do your underarm turn. I'd be like hitting my hair all the time.
I remember that.
What is your go-to power color when you need to feel like a boss?
Okay, now beside today, for my husband happiness, I'm always in black.
Yeah.
And every time I say, oh, today I'm wearing a new color. Which color? Black. Black because if you see all my design, there is no one black. Mm-hmm. They are all color, different color, patterns, shapes.
Yeah, with colors.
Everything,
yeah.
Yes. But if you ask me what I personally do, it's black.
Okay, I love that. I wear a lot of black too, so
yeah,
I got you. What's your favorite lipstick shade?
Oh, in the dance, red.
Red.
Absolutely
bold.
Red. Bold, yes.
Okay.
They need to see my lipstick from the up of the...
from the opposite side of the ballroom.
Room. Yes,
okay.
Big eyelashes, big red lipstick.
Complete this sentence. A woman in a custom gown is...
A woman in a custom gown is a piece of art.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Yeah, it is.
That is really amazing. Well, I just thank you for playing along.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
This is so fun, and we could talk all day
about definitely, yes.
ballroom and dresses and design and fashion and all of it. So
thank
you guys for being here.
Thank you.
If this message touched you or inspired you, or you know someone who would love to hear it, please share.
Yes.
Like, subscribe to the channel. You can find me on YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. But get onto YouTube because this is the most fun when we can see everything in video.
Behind the scene.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Where can we
everything.
find you online?
So I have my Instagram page. I have my website. My Instagram page is Francesca Lazzari Couture. And my website is francescalazzari.com.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes,
and then you guys take a look out for Fred Astaire in Fairfax, Wilmington,
Fairfax, Delaware.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love it.
I
love you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Ciao. We'll see you in the next episode.
Buonasera.